There's something uniquely painful about being an INFJ in a world that never taught you how to understand yourself. Until the wounds became maps, until the silence became your teacher, until you looked back and realized, if only I had known this earlier. INFJs are born old souls, intuitive, deep-feeling, perceptive beyond their years. But that very gift often makes childhood feel like exile, adolescence feel like war, and early adulthood like a maze with no exit signs. You move through life with a radar that picks up everything, energies, lies, hidden emotions, but no manual for what to do with it all. And so you carry it. Alone. Misunderstood. Overstimulated. And worst of all, believing that something is wrong with you. But here's the truth. You were never broken. You were just ahead of your time. In this video, we're going to explore the things every INFJ wishes they had learned earlier, not just facts, but soul truths that could have spared you years of self-doubt, burnout, emotional exhaustion, and feeling like a stranger in your own story. This isn't just advice. It's remembrance. A reclamation. It's what your younger self needed to hear, and what your future self is whispering to you now. 1. Not everyone thinks like you, and that's why you feel alone. INFJs assume that everyone reflects, feels, and empathizes as deeply as they do. You think people will understand your silence, appreciate your honesty, or reciprocate your effort. But they often don't. And it's not personal, it's psychological. Your brain is wired differently. You live in layers. Others live on timelines. You speak in metaphors. Others speak in facts. You feel before you think. Others think before they feel. This mismatch creates endless pain, unmet expectations, betrayal, disappointment. But it's not because you're unworthy. It's because you're rare. If only INFJs were taught earlier that their way of being is exceptional, not broken, they would have learned to stop expecting mirrors from windows. To stop bleeding for people who wouldn't bandage them back. To stop asking shallow wells for deep water. You feel alone because you are unique. But unique doesn't mean wrong. It means chosen, for a different kind of connection. 2. Boundaries are not betrayals. INFJs love hard. When you care, you give time, attention, empathy, energy. But because you absorb so much, you also break quietly. And no one notices, because you're the strong one. The calm one. The healer. But here's the lesson every INFJ wishes they learned earlier. Boundaries are not cruelty. They are clarity. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. Saying I need space doesn't make you rude. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you finally love yourself too. So many INFJs burn out trying to fix everyone else. You try to rescue people from their darkness, forgetting your own light needs fuel too. And when you crash, people act shocked, because they were never paying attention to your needs, only your presence. Boundaries would have saved you years of emotional depletion. It's not too late. You can still build them, brick by sacred brick. 3. Your inner world is valid, even if no one understands it. You've always lived inside a universe of thought, emotion, and vision that few could comprehend. You imagine futures. You feel energies. You question systems. You speak in truths people deny. And because no one else seemed to get you, you started to doubt yourself. You thought maybe you were crazy. Too deep. Too weird. But here's what every INFJ needs to know. Your inner world is your source, not your shame. The visions you have? They're meant to guide you. The questions you ask? They're meant to challenge systems. The feelings you feel? They're meant to wake others up. You are not too much. You're just not meant to shrink. Your inner world isn't something to hide. It's something to honor. 4. You can't save everyone, and you shouldn't try. This one hurts. Because INFJs are natural rescuers. We see the brokenness in others and feel called to help. But this becomes a trap. You start attracting people who need healing, not because they value you, but because they use you. You become the therapist friend, the unpaid counselor, the emotional crutch. And over time, you mistake usefulness for love. But being needed is not the same as being valued. What INFJs wish they learned earlier is this: not everyone wants to be healed. Some people thrive in chaos. Some will drain your soul without ever offering theirs. Some will leave the moment you need support. You are not here to fix everyone. You're here to guide those ready to rise, not carry those committed to falling. 5. Your voice is powerful, use it. For too long, INFJs stay quiet. You watch. You listen. You analyze. And you speak only when necessary. But silence can become a prison. Your insights matter. Your truth shakes people. Your words carry weight. You don't have to yell, you only have to speak. Because when INFJs speak, the world listens. Not because you're loud, but because you're real. You've spent years editing yourself to be palatable. But that's over now. The world doesn't need your quiet compliance. It needs your visionary truth. Speak it. Share it. Write it. Sing it. Live it. If only someone told you earlier that your voice is not too much. It's too rare to stay hidden. 6. You are allowed to be happy, not just useful. INFJs often carry guilt when they rest. When they enjoy. When they do things just for themselves. Because you've been conditioned to serve, support, uplift. But joy is not a reward, it's a right. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to justify your hobbies. You don't have to apologize for choosing peace over productivity. Your purpose isn't only to pour into others. It's to live, love, laugh, and be. You are allowed to take up space with pleasure, not just service. If only INFJs had learned earlier that self-abandonment is not nobility, it's a slow death. You don't exist just to help others breathe. You deserve to breathe too. 7. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's sacred. There were times you sat alone and felt broken for not having a tribe. For walking away from friends who no longer felt aligned. For not fitting into the noise of social circles. But what INFJs realize with time is that solitude is medicine. It's where you meet your truth. It's where your soul rests. It's where you remember who you are without the expectations of others pressing in. Loneliness hurts when it's forced. But solitude heals when it's chosen. You were never meant to blend. You were meant to become. And that becoming happens in silence, in space, in soul time. If only you had known earlier that being alone isn't a punishment. It's preparation. 8. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it's your superpower. From a young age, INFJs are told they're too sensitive, too quiet, or too intense. But what no one tells you is that your sensitivity is your inner compass. You feel deeply because you're meant to love deeply, sense danger early, and hold space for emotions others can't even name. Your empathy isn't just emotional, it's intuitive, spiritual, cosmic. You can feel when someone's lying, even if their words are perfect. You sense when something's wrong before others even notice the cracks. But instead of being taught how to use that, you were shamed for it. So you tried to harden. You built walls. You learned to smile through the ache. And it worked, until it didn't. Until the disconnection turned into depression. Until the numbness became unbearable. Every INFJ wishes they learned earlier that the world was wrong about their sensitivity. It's not a flaw. It's a fire. And when honored, not repressed, it becomes a force for healing, insight, and extraordinary leadership. It's not too late. Everything you wish you had learned earlier, you're learning now. And that's enough. INFJs carry a depth that takes time to understand. Your life isn't late. It's layered. Your clarity isn't delayed. It's divine timing. All the confusion, pain, missteps, they weren't punishments. They were preparations. You are not behind. You are blooming. And while the world didn't hand you a guidebook, you are writing one with every truth you uncover. Every boundary you set. Every silence you honor. Every voice you reclaim. This video isn't just reflection, it's resurrection. Of your voice. Your worth. Your vision. INFJ, it's okay that no one told you. Because now you know. And that changes everything. If this resonated with your INFJ heart, let us know in the comments. Share your story. Hit the like button and subscribe for more soul-deep content made just for you. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.